Hey, what's up guys? This is ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we have yet another community replay. If you'd like to send in a community replay, send it to BIAworldofwarships@gmail.com. In today's replay, we have a replay from Mags. He is in his Des Moines, and he is going to show us how to kick some ass. So, we are playing on... kind of always forget this map, but it is Haven. The map is Haven, and we can see right away, as I like to do in my community replays, guess your guys's ship, obviously your modules or your captain perks. So right off the bat, we notice that Mag is running reload. I suspect this because he's only got 15.8 kilometer range, so would assume reload. I would also assume AA range, 7.2 kilometer AA. First shots of the game are taken at that Shimakaze. A little behind, adjusts rather quickly. Those should be landing. Very nice, 2 hits and a fire calf reset as well, and moves up very aggressively in the start of the game. I like to see this. Putting the Des Moines into a close quarter situation is possibly one of the best things you can do, especially with the rate of fire module. Then probably damage control. I would guess steering gears. That's just what I run on my Des Moines. I think the steering gears is a little bit better than, let's say, the propulsion or damage control. If he does get set on fire, we could see that damage, whether he's running damage control or not. And then finally, concealment to get to 10.6 kilometer concealment. St. Louis showing pretty much full broadside. I don't think the space armor is going to help the St. Louis much here. Ooh, aimed a little too high. All those hit the deck. Another couple penetrations. Not a bad start. There's the Citadel we were looking for, though. It only took 2 salvos, but again, 3 salvos for the kill. But again, the range mod wouldn't have helped you at all. So again, another reason why you should run the reload on the Des Moines, because instead of, he might have actually not killed him had he not run reload. He would have gotten 3 good salvos off, and then St. Louis might have been able to go behind the island and been not able to get shot at. So again, another argument for running reload right there. Friedrich de Grosse instantly puts out the fire. I'm liking that. I'm sure Mag is as well. This is a very good position here. Basically, he cannot get shot, and if he does get shot, he is taking pretty minimal damage. Most likely not citadels, or he might take some citadels, because sometimes the shells can come in just barely over that little hill and actually strike you in the citadel. Des Moines does have a decently sized citadel, so that's a bit unfortunate, but looks like he's got most of the enemy team behind this rock to the about as 3 o'clock, now 4 o'clock. So those 2 battleships weren't too much of a threat, especially at 16 kilometers. So Des Moines, New Orleans, sorry, showing decent amounts of broadside. He turns just in time. D-Mag's shot a little too ahead for that first salvo. Excuse me, there's another citadel. A few more should be coming here. There's 2 more. This should be the kill pretty soon here. Angling away against enemy battleship shells. And the Kerr first does end up stealing the kill. That's okay, he is dead. 1 radar off the map. So, pops the heel. Not a bad play at all. He is kiting away. He's taken a good amount of damage. No reason not to pop the heel. So far, we've lost 2 of our DDs already. And the Shimakaze that is on our team, he is just going purely for damage and probably using the 20-kilometer torque because he is chasing 2 enemy battleships at A, and he does not look like he is going to be capping Objective Alpha anytime soon. However, our St. Louis is on B, and he is currently capping. This much is good. We still have D, and that is, of course, another good thing. Don't know how long we will be able to keep it, though, considering there's a Fletcher around, and the gearing that hasn't been spotted in a while. I think it was a gearing. Shimakaze, excuse me. So, have to be mindful of that, and of course, mindful of everything else too. There's the Shimakaze, he does get spotted, so they are both going into B. This is not a bad play by them. Of course, the only thing really stopping them or countering them at the moment is the Des Moines, which is D-Max, and the Missouri right there. But both of those, especially the Missouri, he can get focused rather quickly and obviously get hurt rather quickly as well. So, a continuing trend with the Des Moines is you want to stick to islands, especially if you are running reload mod. If you're running range mod, you still want to stick behind islands, but of course it's not as important. What range mod really does for you is that it allows you to sit farther back, and that's either sit farther back behind islands or sit farther back in open water. With the range mod, you really want to get in close and hug these islands as much as possible. You really don't want to be out in the open water and taking random shots and possibly random citadels. At the end of the day, you are a cruiser, in fact. So, starting to HE spam is Montana. He's one of the only guys currently being able to get shot at. There is a smoke screen up ahead, but seeing that no one is contesting B, there's no point in popping your radar, at least in my opinion. As soon as someone caps, though, I think it would have been a very wise choice to go ahead and radar, just so you can, of course, deny the cap points and deny the cap taking. Looks like Montana put out those fires, and looks like the X is going to start burning him alive. About 10 minutes in, already at 120k damage. Again, reload mod, this DPM is insane, and I am guessing too that D-Max has adrenaline rush as well as AFT concealment. I would assume demolition expert as well. So this is just brutal. We'll look at the reload here. 4.6 seconds, and he's at 3/4 health, or whatever, 4/5 health, whatever you want to say. But regardless, if you're gaining 0.1 seconds every 1/5 of your health, that's pretty insane, and that can even go up a little bit more as you get lower and lower. So Shima just gets spotted. D-Max doesn't realize this, and then I think he pops out. He sees him right here. Nope, I think he wants to finish off this battleship. In my opinion, I would have gone for the Shimakaze. The Shimakaze is a much more important target to get killed than, let's say, a Montana. And I think Fairy Tales in chat is telling him and letting him know. The reason you want to be shooting the destroyer, though, is definitely because he can cap, and since you know your Shimakaze is somewhat ineffective at capping, you do want to be shooting the only thing that can cap better than you can, and of course that is Shimakaze. So I do find it funny, though, the Fairy Tales guy in the Missouri, he decides to shoot the Turpits instead of the Shimakaze as well. So a bit funny there. but so a little bits of mistakes happening from both teammates, and it looks like his teammate is getting just as frustrated as the other guy is. Shimakaze gets spotted though. There's no outrunning Des Moines here. Gets high caliber and witherer all in the same few seconds. Shimakaze should be going down right about now. There you go. And that is another Confederate as well. 200,000. Oh boy. Okay, sorry about that. 200,000, and the game is going to be wrapping up rather shortly here. I do apologize for that. I probably will edit that out, but my computer fell asleep. I don't know if you guys will see that, but in any case, we will continue on. So he tries to radar, and he gets him just at the nick of time. A bit of a delay there between actually seeing him and the range of the radar. Des Moines has essentially 9.9, almost 10 kilometer range radar, but he actually saw him at 9.7. Might have been lag, might have been something else. Excuse me, but still the Minotaur gets killed either way. Des Moines is at A, capping A. Looks like he will actually finish that cap. No, he will actually get reset by the Zimmo. Friedrich de Grossa is peeking his way out. And at this range, Des Moines is just going to melt the Friedrich. Even with the secondaries, he is just going to burn alive. At 9 kilometers, shooting AP is probably the worst thing you can do in terms of like rudeness. But anyways, that is the game. Alright guys, so looking at the post-battle results, 241,000 damage to finish off the game. Confederate Witherer, First Blood, and High Caliber. 2 ships killed and 16 fires, as well as 7 citadels. Team score, 2.6k base XP. Not a bad game from DMags all around. Of course, GWF, those guys, they didn't fare too well. They didn't fare too bad either. They were upper to mid bracket in terms of their average XP. Well played by them still. They did play well. Without premium, not a lot of credits made, 41,000. But if you did have premium, 208 grand would be not a bad game overall for a tier 10. And then finally, detailed report. 100 grand from high explosive and 66,000 from armor piercing shells. A lot of those were citadels and a lot of those were just regular pens. And then 73,000 from fire damage. Potential damage 915,000, not a whole lot concerning most of the damage was taken when he was out in the open ocean. But for the most part, sitting behind islands and shooting over them. And you didn't even have to be directly behind them. You could peek your nose out like we saw a lot throughout this replay. And that works just as well too. But I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. If you did, please leave a like. If you don't, please dislike and let us know why in the comment section so we can improve on that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video as always, and I'll see you guys next time.